will be making some vegan sausage links. Now, if you follow me on any type of social media, then you have already saw me make some sausage patties. And it's kind of going to be the same recipe with a little few tweaks on it. I actually ended up trying the sausages 2 different ways to see which way was going to be the best as far as taste, as far as texture, and as far as how it was cooked, that I want to show you guys in this video. Like I said, if you're already following me on any type of social media, you have already saw kind of how I'm doing both of them, but you have not saw the recipe. So that's what we're finna get into. Also, before we get into the recipe, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you are new here, this is your first time viewing me, welcome, welcome, welcome to Vegan Chef CEO channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing we're gonna do is make our flax egg. So with this, the instruction does come on the back. So it's 1 tablespoon to 3 tablespoons of water, and you have to let it sit for about 5 minutes, which is why we will be doing this first. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my little measuring cups and measure out the amount, and go ahead and let this sit for 5 minutes while we are making the rest of the mixture. So like I said before, this recipe is going to be similar to the patty recipe. So I will make sure to list all the ingredients, but we're going to go ahead and throw everything in the food processor. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of walnuts. We're going to do a block of tofu. We're going to add maple syrup, brown sugar, dried sage, dried thyme, pink salt, dried rosemary, cayenne, nutmeg, a little bit of crushed red pepper, black pepper, and then we're gonna also include our flax egg that we made. Once we go ahead and get everything added to the food processor, we're going to go ahead and give it a blend on high. Now you want to mix this until it kind of comes all together like a little ball. You'll kind of see it all come together in your food processor, almost like a dough. So when that's ready, you want to go ahead and remove it. You don't want to blend it any further because you don't want it to be a liquid or a mush. So this is actually how it should look once you remove the top. It should just look like a piece of dough pretty much. So for method 1, we are going to use some rice paper and go ahead and dip it into some water. Now this rice paper does take a little time to get flimsy, okay? It does start out a little bit crispy, so you want to make sure you keep it in the water until it begins to get soft. Next, we're going to go ahead and put it onto the foil. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start my next piece of rice paper because I don't want this process to take too long. We're going to work smarter, not harder, okay? So anyway, we're going to get the filling, and then we're going to go ahead and kind of mush it out or mold it out to the shape of a sausage. Once you get that shape to your liking, you want to go ahead and roll it into the rice paper, and then we're going to twist the ends of it and cut the ends as you kind of know that the sausage is formed. By this time, your rice paper will be good and soft, so you just want to make sure that it's not sticking to the foil. Now you can do this on a different surface. You do not have to do it on foil, but if you're not new here, then you already know I do not like to work with my food directly on the counter. Yes, my counters are always clean, honey, but I just don't like the thought of it. So I always use a piece of parchment paper or foil to do the work that I need to do on the counter. And like I said, you want to twist the ends up. Now, one thing about this is that they wouldn't twist all the way up, but they did kind of close. So I just worked with it and snipped off the ends and set them aside. So for method number 2, I decided not to use the rice paper and just use the mixture itself and form it into a sausage link. Now, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I did know that the consistency would be this good. I feel like it was really, really good because it stuck together so easily without me having to add any flour, any water, or any additional ingredients. And I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and heat my pan up with some grapeseed oil oil, and I'm gonna drop my little vegan sausage links down into the pan. You wanna make sure you have grease all over the pan because of course this is not meat, so it does not make grease, okay? I'm going to put both in the pan and I'm gonna give them some time to fry. I want them to kind of brown. Now I do like my sausages burnt, okay? So I'm gonna make sure mine are brown to my liking on each side, and I'm just gonna continue to flip and let them cook. Now I did notice that the rice paper ones were not cooking as fast. They had not browned as fast as the other ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more of grapeseed oil to give them a chance to go ahead and continue to cook. And yeah, just continue to flip them on each side until they are brown. So as you can see, the ones that we did not add the rice paper to are pretty much done. And the other ones that have the rice paper still on it are not done at all. They're not browning at all. One of them in the front, it did kind of brown just a little bit, but it was just taking too long. And I think because the rice paper has to be fried. But so as you can see, this method does work the best. This is how it turned out, and this is how it looks in the inside. It looks and tastes just like a sausage. It was so delicious, you guys. I made a beautiful breakfast with it. But make sure to try this recipe. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. I do want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video.